My niece Lily and my sister Caitlin have just flew into Peru for an epic road trip together. They flew into Lima, so we found the perfect place to all hang out. First stop is a park full of cute cats.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this Hong Kong market set it up for them. Yeah, that one is on. Oh my god.
Tanto gato! Oh my god!
Then we're gonna have the best Peruvian dish.
The ceviche challenge.
How do you like it?
She's already grabbing another piece.
Thumbs up.
That's a good sign.
Our first archaeological site in Peru is on the way out of Lima called Pachakamak. It's a nice ruin to drive through and a quick hike around, so we're excited to be able to hit this on our way out. Yay! You should wave to somebody outside. Ruins along the coast are being fortified because of erosion, but at the time Pachakamak was a religious center, a place for ceremonies, and also a cemetery for the higher echelon. You see the van? It was settled around 200 and thrived until the Spanish arrived. The Inca did take over at one point, but let the people still pray to their highest deity. Such a fantastic intro into Lima, really showing you guys what Peru is all about: animals, food, and history. We're stopping by the beach for our visitors' first sunset over the ocean.
This is going to be the visitors' first try of Inca Cola, one of the staples down here in Latin America.
Tastes like bubble gum.
Like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Smells like bubblegum. It doesn't taste like bubblegum. I feel like bubblegum is like offensive. Like it's an offensive taste, and it's not that offensive. It's a weird color.
I'll drink this.
It's not bad though.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. It's a weird color. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you think it tastes like bubblegum?
Tastes like bubblegum. If you ask me, I don't think soda should taste like bubblegum.
No, it shouldn't.
Right? What do you think, Lily? It's kind of weird.
Kind of is, but there's a lot of bubblegum flavored things that shouldn't be bubblegum flavored, so this is the least weird.
The color's your favorite part, huh?
It's a weird color.
Yes.
It's like nuclear waste yellow.
But apparently, it's so popular, it killed Coca-Cola sales, and Coca-Cola actually bought it.
We're taking you guys to an oasis in the center of the desert, surrounded by dunes called Wakachina.
That is so crazy.
We're heading on a sandboard, and guess who's coming? Sombrita.
This guy's selling water bottles right here.
He's a genius. I can't believe he doesn't own everything in the town.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. Unknown man, passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, something new, somewhere I can't find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark, against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
This is the craziest roller coaster I ever
Is he for real?
Yes. We're definitely stuck.
¿Quién va a hacer el sandboard o la sana por las tablitas?
Oh, yo.
Okay.
Oh, you were joking. Oh, Lily, this is crazy. You got it, Lily. Just hold on. Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah, Lily! Woo-hoo! Oh, my God. Oh, whoa! Oh my God! Sombrita! She loves it.
Done it twice. Yeah.
She's been running up and down the dune. Yeah, Caitlin! What a tour. I can't believe that. High five! Woo!
We really just wanted to go sandboarding, and we thought they were gonna just bring us up to a dune so that we didn't have to walk. But it ended up being something like way crazier. Yeah, we had no idea that he was gonna go up and around all these dunes, like straight down the dune. I thought that sandboarding was for sure gonna be the most fun part of it, and it was definitely going on that buggy ride. I would not have said, let's bring the dog.
No.
So the woman over here that lives at this spot, we were stopping for a second because we were kind of tired. She got some picay for us, said that I can try it out.
What, is this whole piece?
No, there's a piece of seed inside.
There's a big
Just
seed.
bite the outside?
Well, you can eat the whole thing. Pretty good. She also gave us mango. And why'd she do that? You guys are just so personable.
They were just curious, like what we were doing.
Yeah.
Right? At first.
Graham seems not to mind having these bags. Graham, are you king of the castle? King of the suitcase.
Good morning. We're going on an airplane, a small plane, and
See
we're
the Nazca Lines.
Yep, we're gonna go see the Nazca Lines. We're gonna learn all about them later in the museum too. This is gonna be super fun. I'm excited. Hopefully the pilot isn't as adventurous as our dune buggy driver yesterday. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm so stoked.
Back to the van, let's see what's going on in here. Grab me. You have a nice nap over there. Sombre.
So we just got off the plane from the Nazca Lines and Danny's driving us over to the museum. Well, what did you think of the lines?
Oh my god. The lines were one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was almost crying when I saw the first one. Just so they're so perfect. They're just so crisp and perfect. You can't even put into perspective.
I think the plane was a really good way to go. You don't really notice how big they are until you see the Pan-American Highway and a truck going down. You're like, these lines are like 7 semis. It's insane how enormous they are. The ones that they have specifically identified aren't even half of the lines that we actually saw.
Yeah.
There were so many other lines and so many remnants of lines.
The only way you could possibly see them is by plane. Like, there's big giant spirals on the ground that they don't even tell you about.
Yeah.
It looks like a big giant star. And then, like, with a bunch of spokes coming off of it, they don't even say anything about that. Nobody
so
knows
funny.
where they came from. There is an astronaut on a...
And he was so obviously an astronaut. He had boots on. He had boots that looked like my boots. They didn't wear these boots. So where do you think they came from?
Aliens. They're definitely aliens.
Kayla's convinced they're aliens.
For sure aliens. Or the Incans had planes. Because they said that the Incans can travel 150 miles in 2 days from Lima to Cusco. Pretty much what we're doing now.
Running.
By foot running. That's insane.
Like faster than us. I think that the Incans definitely discovered these things on their own and made these lines on their own. But maybe it was to talk to people. I don't think that the aliens made them.
No,
like I'm definitely giving the credit to the Incans.
I would too. I agree with that. They had some sort of contact with other beings. I don't know where they would find an astronaut, man. Like, where would they see that? Maybe we'll figure out where they came from.
We're gonna head to the museum now
to
go and learn some more about the lines and the people that lived around these lines. I think that there's some crazy skulls and mummies and...
Yeah, they have elongated heads, the skulls.
They figured it,
It might be head binding. It could be aliens. Who knows?
Either way, it's fun to check it all out.
Definitely.
Here in Huacachina, that's what the rooms are right there.
You for reading? Yes. Arrowheads. Wow.
Some of these skulls are garnished with ropes through the skull. This was done after death, and it was to help move them into the afterlife.
Every day you see a human skull.
Oh my gosh, Danny went to check the oil because he wanted to be preventative, and we have this tiny, tiny, tiny hole in the coolant reservoir.
It's just streaming liquid out right there.
But we've already found the mechanic, so oh my gosh.
Yeah, we gotta get that liquid out first and then we can seal it up. So we'll just drain that coolant out. I can see heat just steaming off the pavement. This system was working. Oh, lo tienes ahí. Nice. Soybean mix. Oh, epoxy. Yeah, it looks like he got scratched here, and that's probably why it broke. I know they had to remove this lately. Could be that inexperienced technician striking again. I don't love the look of this repair.
Well, I guess I'll fill it with the coolant whenever it's ready, and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll just get it welded. Well, we got the putty on and we let it cure for a while. Danny's pouring some more coolant in. Putty looks good. Doesn't seem to be any leaks. So far, looking pretty good. There's no leak, but it looks like it's getting pressurized because the levels are going down. So we'll see what happens. Well, we're moving on, but we'll be checking this craftsmanship constantly on our way up into these mountains. Wow, we're driving right by the biggest sand dune in the world.
People say it's a really hard hike.
I don't want to do that.
We've only made it up 2,300 feet from where we were. We're gonna have to let this engine rest a lot. We looked with the OBD2 scanner, such an important diagnostic tool, and when we brought it up, the temp was at 110 degrees Celsius. I was worried about the auxiliary engine fan. It was on, it shut off after it cooled down, so that's good to see. But we're gonna keep an eye on the temp as we go up, because we're hoping to go from Nazca, 2,000 elevation feet, up to 14 and a half. And we've made it to 4,200. Only 10,000 to go. And then we're going back down to about 8,000 and spending the night there, hopefully, which should avoid any possible altitude sickness. It's a lot we're going through today. Whew. Okay, so I can see with the app, the temp is down to 95 C. So we're gonna get on the road and repeat this process as needed. Okay, well at least this time we're cooling down the engine with a nice view. This is our third stop now. The second one I never shut it off though.
So we just passed Lily's highest elevation point she's ever been. Where were you? That is your highest point.
Washington.
In New Hampshire. And now she is past it and we're going even farther up, like twice as high. Keep on going up.
Okay, you guys, this time we're up here at 7,300. We've made it quite a ways this time. So we're letting the engine cool down again and it's down to 100 now. But you can see here on the map how far we're trying to go. Where this blue dot, Nazca's right there. And we're going here to Cusco.
So we're on the high plain of Peru, up into the mountains. Caitlin's got the altitude over here at 9,130 feet elevation. And Danny on this side has the coolant temperature on our OBD app, and then also the place that we're trying to get to.
Holding steady now. It's not as steep now that we're up here on the plain. So hopefully it's not going to be as much of an issue. And so we're above 9,000, but we're going up to 14 and a half.
It's getting colder, so it's been a little bit easier for us to travel, I think. So we're stopping for some coca tea, and it's a good thing that we're going pretty slow so that we can all acclimate and make our way up to this place without getting altitude sickness. So we're still making our way up on this high plain of the Andes Mountains. The van is doing all right. The temperature's okay. Right now we're on just a slight uphill, so that's nice. Lily has doubled her highest altitude. She's really excited back there.
I need 13,000.
But I feel okay. How are you?
I don't feel that bad, no. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad.
That's good.
It's weird.
I mean,
it's a weird feeling, but it's fine. My ears and my glands and like my nose, like it feels weird in there. Like I feel scratchy kind of.
The coolant leak that we saw right before we started this drive seems perfectly fine, and the putty's holding, so that's good. And also the engine leak that we turned back the last time we went up into the mountains seems completely taken care of. Yeah, we're about to drive and get to our spot around midnight, which is pretty ridiculous. Caitlin and Lily all set up watching some TV show in the back, so that's good. We'll see you guys next time as we make our way to Cusco together with some van bumps along the way. If you enjoyed this video and are tired of our van problems, let us know in the comments and consider joining our Patreon to donate a local beer, like Cusqueña, to my mouth. Thanks so much for coming along with us. We'll see you guys next time.